Hey guys, welcome back. I'm here with Kevin, so we have a guest host on the channel today, and you're going to be seeing a lot of Kevin in the next coming videos because we're going to get that red thing going. And if you've been following, you know that we can't get it going because we don't have a floor, right? So that's the biggest issue right now, just getting a floor inside of this car, because without the floor we can't get the fuel tank in, and obviously without the fuel tank we can't get the engine going. The rest of the rust, like the rocker panels, once you get the floor, we can work with that from time to time. And you guys have been following, you've been seeing me deal with all this rust, so there it is, it's finally coming out, and we're getting new pieces. We chopped up the donut car from Craig gave us some parts from his donut car, so we have a bunch of stuff. And then the next piece of the puzzle is we have metal. We need a way to put it on the vehicle, so here is the welder that we just purchased. So I know nothing about welders, but Kevin is a professional welder. So he's going to unbox for us. He's going to tell us if this thing is worth what they say it is. And he did some research, he did some recommendation, and this is what we came up with. So it's a yes welder. But without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going to get Kevin on board now. He's going to open up and show us what we have. Let's get going. What do we have right here?
All right, this is a yes welder. The 205 DS, I guess this is a newer model from what they have. The latest one, which, is pretty good.
So what can this thing do? Like, what's so special about this machine?
There's like 3 or 4 functions. You could do TIG, but it's only metal TIG.
Okay.
MIG and stick welding. So you have 3 different variations, and depends on where you're at and what applications you're working with and stuff like that.
So TIG, MIG, and stick welding.
Yeah.
I have no idea what those 3 are, but I'm assuming one of those is going to get this car back together.
Yeah.
So which one we're going to make?
We're going to try to. Most likely we're going to either venture. We're going to mostly try to use the MIG because it's faster. The TIG is a lift TIG. It's a little bit different from like the heavy duty machine that we work with, because you cannot touch the thumb stem.
Yeah.
And this you have to touch and then let go before, because if the thumb stem gets contaminated, the flames go all over the place, and you know what I'm saying. So the lift TIG is a new.
Okay, we don't want the flames all over the
place. No. No, I'm saying is the arc. The arc. Let's correct it. The arc from the TIG is it's controlled and stuff like that, but you have to lift and you go from there. So we just gotta find out, tune it, and see how it works.
All right. Well, let's open this box up. Let's see what we got.
Here we go.
So I've had this welder I want to say 3 weeks now, and I didn't open it because I wanted Kevin to open it. So hopefully everything that's supposed to be in the box is in the box, and we'll just kind of take it from there. So let's see. All right, red card. That's going to be your best friend.
We got red on it, so we work with it.
There you go, red card, red machine.
Red details. Nice little unit. Oh, and this one you could use 220, and you could use 110. And so that's the good thing about this. The good thing is with this, it's 220. I think in the accessory box it's supposed to have like an adapter to go from a 220 to like a 110.
Okay, so that's the 220 plug right here.
220.
Okay.
So which standard. Usually the old school like washer or dryer or something like that usually come with that. But
so I'm assuming it's better to use 220 than 110?
Yeah, 220 is hotter. You have more range and all that stuff like that, because this you can dial it down, do whatever you want to do with it.
Okay. So that's the model number right there. It's the MIG 205 DS, and I think this is a newer version. The older ones were blue and white. So this is a newer version.
This one you can, to use the MIG part of it, you're gonna have to open up, and we have the wire feed over there that we're gonna have to add to it and all that stuff like that. And
so this thing needs to be set up, so you don't just buy this thing and it works. No. Basically. So
everything has to be prepared, and add the wire feed and all that stuff. You have to hook up the stinger and all that stuff like that to run the wire through it, so to get it set up. Well, once it's set, you're good to go.
Right. So guys, basically, as you guys know, I'm really taking on something that I'm not familiar with right here with this body work. And even if you bought a welder, it's not like you just go buy a tool and use it. You gotta know how to set this thing up. I'm sure it comes with directions, but I guess these are the accessories. Let's dig into that and see what comes in this kit.
All right, so this is the adapter for the 220 to break it down to the 110.
Okay.
You know, nice and convenient. You know, make it work. You know,
so that's what you use in your home garage, unless, or if you're on the road, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess if you're in your home, you could use your washer dryer.
It's a nice little unit for like a little DIY, you know, DIY.
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 Yeah.
You know, and you know, we have a little bottle that we have to go with it. You know, to me, it's better off to weld with the gas. The flux core, it's nice, but it gives a lot of splatter and all that stuff like that. So this is a more neater way to do it. You know, run the 70-25. The gas, the 70-25 mix is an argon mixed with, you know, oxygen, carbon dioxide, you know. And this one makes the welds, it's a shielded gas welding basically. So this helps to keep everything nice and neat, less cleaning up and all that stuff like that. It's just a cleaner setup. But you could always use the flux core if you don't have the accessory access to get to that.
Okay, so I guess we'll show you guys once we start welding how that's connected, and Kevin will definitely go through and show us all. So what else do we got?
All right, this is the ground cable. Everything that you do is gonna have to be grounded. So, you know, just gotta plug up. You gotta ground out whatever you gotta do. Plug it up.
So that's grounded to the car?
No, it's grounded to the machine, and then when you apply it to the work or whatever area you're gonna, if you're gonna go to the car, clip on, and you know, just to charge it, and then it goes from there.
Okay, got it.
This is for the stick welding. They call it the stinger. This is for like stick welding, you know.
All right, so if you're Jamaican, that's what we use in Jamaica.
Yeah, you put the rod in here, and you know, you set it up. There's a ways how this machine works. There's different plug ups. You have to switch around the cables and stuff like that. We get to that when we get to that part. This doesn't come with it, but this is the regulator that, you know, you're gonna have to attach the hose that it comes with, so you can attach to the machine. You know, simple setup.
So that's specifically if you're using gas.
Yeah.
Right. So guys, you don't, from basically what Kevin is saying, you don't need this gas, but I think
Weld's better.
Weld's better. So we're trying to get this baby looking good as we can at least. So we're, you know, trying to give ourselves an advantage at this point.
And this is the MIG part of it. This is what we're gonna try to use it the most.
Yeah.
Because it's much faster to deal with. Nice.
What is that cable inside here? What is that, wire?
Oh yeah. So what happened is with these machines, you already have the wire inside of it. So this is like a nylon insert that the cable runs through. This you can run aluminum cable, and you can use it to do like aluminum. I would say, you know, sometimes the aluminums are very soft, so it's probably best to get the spool gun, which they, on their higher lines of Yes Welder, they have the spool gun. You could always buy all the accessories.
Okay, so for now, so we're probably not gonna use that for this.
Yeah,
job.
for now we're not gonna probably, but they give it to you as an option that you can use it and you know, work with it. But this should already have inside of it already.
All right, guys. So this is basically the accessories that comes with the kit. We're gonna try to attempt to set it up right now, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just jump right into the setup of this machine based on MIG welding, which is what we're gonna do in this part.
All right. So this is the adapter that we're gonna to downsize it from the 220.
All right, so this is the easy part, plugging it in.
Yeah.
So what else did you have to connect?
That's it for now. That's all you have to do for right now. Now we're gonna have to get the process up and running the cable and all that stuff like that. You already connect the lines. We're just gonna tighten them up just to show.
So that's the gas line over that's connected to the box right here?
Back for the gas feed.
Okay, so that's the gas feed right here. And this is our power cord. That's our on-off switch, which is off. And now he's gonna set up wire.
Yeah,
The wire
and also
for the gun.
nice little cheat sheet, you know, for whosoever. You could follow it, and you always have to tune whatever you're welding to, you know, whatever metal you wear in it. This is just like a guideline of what, you know, to get the cheat, you know, so you don't have to sit there and try to figure out what's going on with it. And then it also gives you the different ways to set up, because each things have different settings. You have to change the plug around for ground and all that stuff like that. So different setups, so you make sure, keep this around. Very good to have. And I think it's a sticker you probably could put on the door when you open up the door or wherever, keep it safe.
Okay.
Good stuff. Just checking out the information, and it's a very handy guide too, you know, especially for your little setup stuff like that. These come with like extra rollers that you can, you know, have different size wires that you use and stuff like that. So these things come in the kit and stuff like that. Just, you know, doing a double check to make sure.
Well, I'm happy you're reading it, because I would probably read the whole book before I open the box.
No, I just gotta make sure.
So I like the fact that you're reading it, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Like I said, this is a very handy thing because it breaks it down, and you know, whatever wire you're running, we're gonna be running a 0.30, so you just make sure you have the right roller, which are these, just to push the wires and stuff like that. So you could go 0.23 and 3.0 and 3.5 and all that stuff like that. So yeah.
And which one? What wire are we using?
The 30.30.
Okay, got it.
Anything like that. So we have to set the gear. You could get to it. These come off until you have the numbers on it. You know, you probably could see it, but it's set for the 3.0 right now. So it has a slot on it. Find the slot.
And I hear this part is kind of tricky.
Yeah. So yeah. Just, you know, lock it in. Thing like that. So this one comes for the big reel. You can you know, take this off, and if they have a smaller reel than this, like the 5 pound, I think it is, you go take this off, and then you could add, you know, take off this adapter and put it on. So basically this one is set up for this right now. Well, this is what we have. So
hopefully we don't have to use all of that to weld this car back together.
This is a lot. This is actually overdoing it, but this is what I had, so, you know, make life easy. Yeah. It has a little tab on it. Just put this in.
Anti-clockwise, we're tightening, right?
Yeah, tighten. Yeah.
There's reverse thread.
Yeah. So because it rolls that
Yeah.
like this. All right. So while we were off, I had go ahead and hooked up the lines for the gas and stuff like that. Assembled the gun part of it. You always need a nice clean cutter, and so you can feed it, because it's gonna feed through this.
Oh, I thought you were telling me that I have a nice cutter.
Yeah, you gotta feed it through, line it up.
So that's basically the wire that's gonna drop the welds, basically.
Yeah.
So that looks like a copper wire. So does that mean the weld is gonna look like copper?
No.
No? Okay.
It's just the shield.
Oh, okay.
Just feed it in, give it a little feed, and you lock it down. This is, you know, you have tension, you could tighten it up and whatever, you know, for it to push the wire feed. So basically.
So you gotta push it through till it comes.
Yeah, till it comes up front.
Okay.
It's recommended to take this out. You can take a chance, but you don't want to have it. They call it a bird's nest, where if it jams, you'll back up inside of the roller, and you got to do it all over. Take out and redo all of that stuff again. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna just feed it. So it come up. We're gonna turn on. This one, it has a wire feed here. It makes, you know, just hold on to it, and as you go, you can see the numbers are going, so they're going faster and faster. So you don't have to sit around and wait for it until it, you know, loads up.
So what is that doing? Sending the wire
You're
through
sending the wire through the whole,
okay.
to the hose to the top.
Oh, wow. So we see when. Oh, there you go. Oh, wow. Pretty cool.
So yeah, so now slide on the tip. lock it in. And it comes with its own little tool also. Hand tight is good enough. You put your tip on. Cut it down, 12 and an eighth to a quarter inch. And now you're basically ready to start welding.
Throw some welds.
Yeah.
Kevin is dialing in this machine. Looks like my Subaru and the boost gauge tops out and it recalibrates everything.
Yeah.
And the lights are flashing and all of that stuff. What's going on here, Kevin?
So basically you have different settings. You can run MIG, synergic, welding, stick, and lift TIG. So I'm noticing now that this model doesn't come with the TIG setup. I think the 250 Pro comes with the TIG handle. But for what we need is the MIG for right now. So that's what we're running with.
And if you have no clue what he's talking about,
yeah,
that handle on the right.
Yeah.
On the right or the left?
This one.
Yeah, that's
that would be the TIG.
Okay.
This is the MIG gun, and I think this is like what do you call it, for plasma cutter,
okay.
Which is not part of this, but is all part of what Welder line.
Okay.
They have a whole line of plasma cutters and MIG and TIG and all that stuff like that. So good stuff.
All right.
But yeah, this one, the package that we got, it was just specifically for this. So we're gonna have to make it work for what we got. Right now here, we different sizes. I was showing you like the rollers come with different sizes, like the 08 and 06, and then you choose what gases you're running. You know what I'm saying? You can run argon, the 725. If you're running the flux wire, you have different ones that you choose. And each one of these comes with a different setting. That's why you have to pay attention to the little chart that they give you, because each one of them, there's a different way to set up positive, negative charges and stuff like that, so you get a better work product. And here you can set the size wires that we're running. This is like all 35, or you go down 30, because we're running a 30 wire, so we're gonna stick with that one. We're gonna go from there.
How about the gas? Is that the right gas already?
Yeah, the gas is already set here. Yeah, you gotta set it actually. The 720, 75, 25, which is this. So you have this set up. It depends on what you're working with. That's
all right.
it.
So we're all set. So what is it?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're gonna plug up the ground. And we can do a test if we need to. And again, follow the instructions on this to tell you how to set up for your MIG. This one is the ground cable that you're gonna go on this one. And then you should be ready to fire. We gotta do a little test and tune. See what's up. You gotta keep your cables straight. You gotta, do it, test it, and then tune it to whatever, your settings is.
The gas is on?
Yeah, gas is on.
Okay, all right, go for it.
Alright, that's too fast.
Okay guys, so I could not look because I don't want to get flashed. Kevin says I can look through the phone, but I don't want to take a chance. But check that out, man. That looks pretty good for a test run.
Yeah. And you need to be fine-tuned now.
Wow, I'm happy with, damn, it just did like 2 seconds. Wow, I'm impressed. I want to learn to weld now.
Just gotta keep on messing with it until the end.
Wow, man, look at that thing dropping some dimes. And what do we do?
This is, it's auto darkening helmets, what I'm saying? This is like, they say speed of light.
Yeah.
This, as a flash comes on, it's so fast that, it helps protect your eyes. From before the old schools, you used to have just a flip down helmet and just a blank dark screen.
Yeah.
This one is so fast, man. And these are the cheapy ones. The one I have at work is like $500. It's like you have 4 sensors. This only has 2 sensors. That is very, very fast.
Yeah, I thought the lights went out because I had this on and then the lights flashed.
Dark.
So I'm like, Kevin, the lights went out.
It's auto darkening and stuff like that.
Anyways, he's making some progress on the welding here. So you were telling us.
Yeah, basically, you know, welding is like fusion. You know what I'm saying? Bringing the metal almost to the brink of liquefying, and you know, you just have to stop it right before to help it to fuse itself. You know, so basically, that's what you know, the whole welding thing is: conversion, you know, to heat and bring it almost to the liquefied form, and then you know, with the filler. You know, the wires that comes out of this is like a filler, and you know, and the gas and all that, so everything shields and locks it in. Once it cools, you know, strong welds, and you know, depends on how you use it and stuff like that.
It's pretty clean. It's pretty neat. Actually, I told Kevin when he started, I'm like, where do I run in case of anything? And then he went, and boom, it was very simple. So honestly, you know, when you don't know, you don't know, but it's not as complex as I thought, or maybe some of you guys think. And he's gonna show us now. He's gonna. He did a test run on his metal, which I think is like...
a thicker metal. It's a little bit bigger than this, so he wanted to see how it would. And again, you just have to tune. The whole thing is you turn it down till you get the fusion that you need. You know.
Right. So now we're gonna use the metal basically that we're gonna be doing on the car. He's gonna test it and see if we can fine tune this machine.
Play around with it and you know get it done.
Right, so, and I'm gonna watch with this thing, so you guys get to follow along.
Now we're just gonna. Let's do a test and see.
You don't want the gloves?
Not right now. You should, you know, use gloves, yes, but you know, we're just gonna see how it is. All right, so it jammed a little bit, and that's what I was saying earlier about they call it the bird's nest, and you gotta make sure this thing stays tight at all times and stuff like that. So now this thing got wrapped up, so now I have to cut it and start all over again. Or maybe I could just reel it back on there. Yes, let's try it again. Hopefully I don't get it jammed up again. See what happens. Starting to like open up. So now I just gotta dial it down until we get like a nice good weld, and then we go from there again.
Okay, it burned that hole?
Yeah, because it's so thin, and if it's too hot, then it'll start opening up. That's why we're gonna try to get rid of all like the bad metal, like the rust and stuff like that. If that was rust, you would even blow it even, make a bigger hole. You're gonna have to sit there until you can, you know, to catch itself like that. So basically this is just, you know, joint just around, and it's doing pretty good for what it is. Look at that. And it's still not tuned yet, so you know, it just depends on how bad the metal is and how good your metal is. The better the metal, the more cleaner it is the better weld you get. So again, you just play around with the machine until you get where it's at. So we're using a thinner wire, which is good for what we're doing right now. And as you can see, it's pretty good, you know, because we have good clean metal right now. We just, you know, prepare and, you know, work with it. We can always tune it down. It depends on how healthy the metal is. So the healthier the metal is, better welds you'll get. And, you know, play on a machine, trust me, this little machine does a good amount for what it is. So we're gonna put it to a full test in a little bit, whenever we get the chance to. You know, once you dial it in properly, you know, it should be all right. You know, and that's pretty good for the, you lock to the other one. There you go. Yeah.
That's still pretty hot.
See, and that's the fusion, that's from the back. So you're basically getting, you know, you're welding at the top, but if it's set to the right settings, you don't have to really go from behind. So you'll burn right through and fuse. And that's basically almost a good weld. That's perfect weld from the backside from the top. So once it's dialed in, we're good. Trust me, that's locked. That's not going nowhere. That's fusion.
Yeah, for real.
Believe me, that it's locked in perfect. You know, you'd have to usually basically use the cutter to cut it back open.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's dialing real good right now, and you know, yeah.
All right, guys. So what that means is we're gonna get a floor in this car pretty soon, thanks to my main man Kev right here. So I think that was, again, you know, we wanted to show you guys what we're doing. Kevin is helping me out with this process because otherwise this thing has to go to a body shop or you gotta go to the junkyard. Craig would love to put it in his junkyard. But we want to bring this car back to life. So that's the plan right now. And I really, really appreciate Kevin coming over and helping me out with this because I was scared, but you know how it is. You gotta get outside of your comfort zone. You gotta learn new things and do new things. So that's what it is. So Kevin, close us up.
Yeah, we're gonna do the best we can with this. This is gonna be fun, you know, challenging because you know what we're working with, and you know, just stay tuned. We get it done. You know, if not, you know, Craig.
No, we don't want to head up to Craig with this car. We want to get it driving on the road.
Yeah.
So we'll catch you guys on the next one. Stay tuned. Let's see what's coming up as we get this thing back together.